How's it going, everyone? This is James Rise, going to bring you guys a new video today. And today we're going to just have a fun video and just briefly discuss some things. We're going to answer some questions, not from you guys, but just in a general sense where vegans get asked by non-vegans. The questions that I've been asked in the past and now, and what I've seen other vegans being asked as well. So we're just going to get a brief overview, and if you guys don't know any of these, or you guys are just interested in what the questions I do get asked on a daily or weekly or monthly and stuff like that, these are some of them. I'm going to name probably few of the most commonly and frequently asked questions I do receive from non-vegans. Where do you get your protein from is one of the biggest ones, as you guys can tell or know, because when I was not a vegan, I was wondering, like, where do these people get their protein from? I knew beans was the high source, but I'm like, they can't be eating beans all day. But you get your proteins from the food that you eat, especially if you eat a lot of wholesome foods, a lot of whole foods that are fresh, that are raw, that are, organic. A lot of fruits, a lot of veggies of different varieties, a lot of leafy, thick, dark greens. You're going to get some protein from these things. You can live a healthy life if you eat a nice, rich and raw, filled, wholesome diet. You can cook some things in there, here and there, but if you keep it on that track of, eating the right things, you're going to get a well-balanced amount of protein. But if you want to kick it up, if you do work out and you do some strenuous work, you're going to add a little bit more protein in your diet. And for myself, I add some plant-based proteins. That's where the bulk of my protein comes from, but it's probably 50-50. From the foods I eat to the supplements I put in my shakes. Plant-based proteins. Pea protein works the best for me. I definitely advise that you guys just experiment. Try different proteins out there and see what works best for you. So yes, you can get gains, you can get muscle, you can grow big if you eat a lot. In my circumstances, I had to eat my calories and I have to get the right amount of protein in my diet so I could grow, go stronger. Get those gains, get those vegan gains. I never felt better when I turned vegan. And I've definitely seen my body change for the better. I'm not so puffy. I'm not so, sluggish. I feel lighter. I feel more energized. I feel stronger. That's for me. And finding what diet works best for you. So yes, to answer your question, ultimately, where do you get your protein from? Whole foods, protein supplements, having a great diet, eating right. Get your protein in. Get those gains in. Do you eat fish is one of the questions I get sometimes asked, because I know some vegetarians do eat fish, but vegans do not. I do not eat fish, so no, vegans don't eat fish, unless they cheat and maybe they're not really a vegan. But we'll get a vegan card on that one, and maybe we'll just look the other way. I was kidding, but no, vegans normally do not eat fish. Dairy. No, it comes from a cow. There's many different resources or alternatives that you can do, from coconut milks to cashew milk to almond milk to rice milk. All taste good. Probably almonds are one of my favorites, but I can't have it since I have like a slight reaction to almonds. But cashew milk I have taken up recently. It is very tasty because I think they're in the legume family, not the seed. I mean nuts. But seeds are good as well. I think there's some sunflower seed milk. I have to try that because I love me some sunflower seeds and sunflower butter. Nothing beats it. Some other things that you might ask. I guess people ask, what do I do eat? And that was discussed in how do you get your protein? There's many varieties of different foods that are out there that we can eat. Every meal doesn't have to be put with animal. You don't have to have dairy in every meal. You don't have to have meat in every meal. Just think about it. Most common sandwich is a PB&J. Is that vegan? Hell yeah. So you were vegan for that one meal that you had. So there's many varieties of foods. I'm just giving you one simple example. You know, from salads to a mixture of, you know, they even have vegan pizzas out there. The world is changing to a sense where it's more raw and vegan and non-GMO. So the chefs and the recipes are expanding. You just got to research it. Really research it out there and see what's out there to eat that, you know, doesn't contain any animal proteins or animal fats or any byproducts of animal. There's a lot out there. There's restaurants that's full of rawness. There's raw restaurants where they don't serve any, you know, meats or dairy products. It's crazy. It's growing, and the things that you can't eat is definitely expanding. You know, how to make something great tasting from kale salads. Just keep researching. You'll see what you can eat if you decide to go vegan, because you have plenty of options. I'm telling you, plenty of options out there for you guys to eat. I think those are a few. Can you make gains being a vegan? Can you grow stronger? Can you grow muscle? I guess is one of them. But as I said in the first one, you can make some gains if you do eat right, and you do take your supplements, and you do eat the right amount of food and the right type of food for you. You will get gains just as you would from, you know, eating meats or, you know, taking supplements. If you're a non-vegan, you can make some serious gains. Yes, you can eat things. You can enjoy your food while being a vegan, and you can make gains while doing it. I'm living proof, and this has been just a scratch of the surface on what I can achieve, and hopefully what you guys can achieve. You know, you're gonna get the haters. You're gonna get people that ask you questions like why this, why that, why did you go vegan? You know, just to try it out was my first initial, just a change. And I like to spend so much money on meats, and then I realized, an eye opener. I want to watch a documentary and see what they really did to these animals. You know, you just don't see the process and how that meat is transported to you, and what was the front line of it all. How did, you know, it get to be a piece of steak or a piece of chicken wing? You know, you just see it dead already. You don't see the murder. You don't see the slaughter. The death that you are consuming. It's pretty much it, and then you're just cooking and eating it. But hey, it's been 2 years of being a vegan, and I'm 27 now, so I've had my share of meats, and I had my share of goodies that are animal based. But it's a new leaf, you know, a new chapter in my life, so I'm loving every second of it, and I'm enjoying it. Just finding new things, growing, expanding, reaching out to others, and I've gained awesome opportunities to reach out with companies that, you know, are vegan, and it's been a blessing. And recently, Sunward hooked me up with their new protein, Classic Plus, and I'm gonna do a review on it soon. On this week, I'm gonna take it, see how I feel from it, see how I recover from it on this workout week. So stay tuned on that, guys. Their Sunward Classic Plus chocolate is the one they hooked me up with, so I got to give a huge shout out to Sunward, and thanks for making this happen. And I'll give you guys a review on it because some of you have asked if I have tried it, and yes, I got my hands on some, and I'm excited for it. And hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and, you know, don't listen to the haters. Be you. Eat what you're gonna eat. If you're a vegan, you know, good for you. If you're a non-vegan, good for you. Just be aware of everything. Be aware of yourself. Be aware of the living things on this earth. And, you know, if you want to try to go vegan, I'm not going to force you to, but, you know, try it out. See how you feel. If it doesn't work out for you, it doesn't work out for you. But, hey, let's stay rising. Let's stay together. Let's stay risen. Until next time.